There was a Chinese man who lost 5 crore rupees due to this scam.
I have heard that Elon Musk is currently working on something called Neuralink.
I've heard.
He would just donate an ample amount of gold coins to everyone.
Hey Google, say hello.
Sure. I love chatting. I also love animal facts.
That's not what I expected. But anyways, I am Satyavrat Chobe.
My name is Ayush Asawa
और मैं हूँ आपका दोस्त श्याम.
and you are watching
Trinity. Well, AI was actually designed to behave like humans and to make our lives easier. मैं सोचता हूँ थोड़ा हद तक किया है, but is that it? I think there's something more to it. AI is getting more threatening, I guess. Elon Musk in an interview said that the threat of AI is much bigger than that of nuclear weapons. So
Whoa.
that is a big statement, I think, and there's reason behind it. Fake image edits, fake voiceovers, all this is increasing. If you have noticed, we can see Modi ji's meme as well these days. So yes, there is a technology called as deepfake, which can impersonate anyone from their face to their voice, anything and everything. So there was a Chinese man who lost 5 crore rupees due to this scam. A scammer was impersonating as his friend,
Whoa.
and that man thought his friend is actually asking for help, and he thought yes. So he sent that bigger amount to his friend, and later he found out that he was scammed. So this is just tip of the iceberg. There are more bigger things as well. But I think the job of a journalist has become more difficult because of the trust issues. People would be more skeptical about the things, whether to believe them or not. But turns out the news journalists are themselves using AI anchors. So I don't know what is the problem. But anyways, there's also one thing called as AI bias. Where the algorithm on which the AI tool is trained, so there is some bias in it, which is unintentional, obviously, but when the actual output comes, it shows some bias. So Amazon used some AI tool to hire people. So the data on which it was trained had more male candidates than female candidates. What I was saying is, it had more male candidates than female candidates. So when the actual people were recruited, more male candidates were preferred over female candidates.
Right.
So when Amazon later found it out, they rectified the mistake. But I guess they don't use that AI tool anymore. So I read it in an article. This AI bias can also be seen in a facial recognition system,
Okay.
where more white people are used for training the data. So when people actually use that system, it might happen that black people might not be recognized. So it can hurt any community or any other
sentiments of
yes,
people.
it can
Yeah.
hurt the sentiments.
Yeah.
So this is like I said, this is just a few small issues. So there might be bigger issues as well, like terrorists can use it to
Yeah.
create any weapons where which human could not even think of. So when we train the algorithm, we do not train it with any limitation.
Right.
It can go to any limits, right? So I think there should be some rules and regulations around the globe. The government around the globe should set some rules and regulations.
Ethics of AI.
Yes. So it should be set in such a way that it does not hamper the growth of actual applications which are helpful to the mankind. And the biggest threat that we are facing these days, I guess, is disinformation or misinformation.
Correct.
People can be manipulated easily. Elections can be easily manipulated through this misinformation campaign. So I think there should be some way to tackle it, because I don't know where we are heading, but wherever we are heading, I guess we are going in a good direction.
Okay, so talking about where we are heading with AI, let's talk about some movies that are created around it. So I have my top 2 picks. The first one is the series called Westworld. It is created by Jonathan Nolan, who is the brother of Christopher Nolan, who has co-written the movies with him, like the Dark Knight trilogy, Interstellar, Inception. So the plot is set in the futuristic park. The park where high-paying guests, which means wealthy people, can come and interact with the AI bots, human-like AI bots, which they call hosts, to fulfill their any fantasies.
पैसा है तो बड़ी 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 बात है.
Yes, correct. And then with the help of the AI consciousness, so AI is built with the human-like consciousness. But the catch is that after every simulation, after every completion of a simulation, the memory is erased so that it don't make decision based on the previous memory. Okay. So, and the best part of this park is how deep, how dark, how elect your fantasy may be, the guest fantasy may be, there is no harm to them. This is done because of the how they are programmed, because of the programming done on him. So the problem starts when the creator of the park, Dr. Ford, he updates all the bots with an software which starts causing a problem in all the bots, and mainly one bot, one host named Dolores. She's a farmer girl. She plays a farmer girl in the park, and it is noted that there is unpredictability and inconsistency in her behavior. And as the series progresses, it is noted that Dolores and other AI bots start seeking their freedom, and they want their own identity. And this is because the previously erased memory, which was previously they were erasing, now they are able to access those memories. So these get prominent as in the end of the season, as Dolores fatally wound the Dr. Ford in front of all the guests that are present there. This series is adaptation of a 1973 movie with the same name. So you can guess that the same concept was thought long back ago in 1973.
Ahead of the time.
Yeah, so that thought was very ahead of the time. This series has 4 seasons, and it has 36 episodes, and it is available on Amazon. So first one was the Westworld. Now second one is the movie named Chappie. So it was released in 2015 and directed by Neill Blomkamp. The movie is basically set out in Johannesburg, South Africa.
अरे वाह यार, Johannesburg. I want to visit that place someday. Hopefully I can.
One day maybe. So so it is based out in Johannesburg, South Africa, where crime rate has drastically increased, and the city is forced to deploy the AI police robots, which are made by a company called Tetravel. And the scientist who developed those bots, his name was Dion Wilson, played by very famous Dev Patel, who you all have seen in Slumdog Millionaire. So now he has created this bot, but now he has another prototype where he has AI software that can mimic the human-like behavior. Like he can feel things, he has his own opinion, he can make decision. So one of the bot that is brought back to company in scrap, he steals that bot, and while taking home, the Dion himself gets kidnapped by a gangster. They force him to update that scrap bot with his new software. And when he powers on with his new software, he is like a born child. Basically, the bot in child. So you have to teach him everything, and
So the scraped boards get life, right?
yes, he gets life. So you can teach him anything. He will absorb everything. He will mimic you. He will see and observe. So gangster uses that thing, and they teach him how to gang walk, how to
So
gangster
they provide
talk.
him. So they provide him a gangster environment to grow.
They
Okay,
provide
yeah.
them. They teaches him how to use knife, how to steal cars and everything. Another character in a movie named Vincent, and he has developed his own Moose helmet. The helmet name is Moose, which can be used to control the bot using the human consciousness. Okay, so Vincent is jealous of Dion's idea getting deployed and his idea getting ignored by a company.
Okay.
So now he wants
Rivalry.
Yeah. As the movie progresses, it is shown that the Vincent attacks Dion, and Chappie and Dion defend it. And while fighting, Dion tag team match, yeah. No, not tag team match, but
not tag team.
handicap
Two
match.
on one.
Yeah,
Yes, okay.
handicap match. So, but Dion gets fatally wounded. So, like, he doesn't have much time left. So what Chappie does is the ending is mind blowing. So Chappie bring him to the company's office where the Moose helmet is present, and he transfer Dion's consciousness to a pen drive, and then he take that consciousness, like the data, into another bot, giving another life to Dion. So he transfer the consciousness of Dion to a bot, and he give him another life. So basically there is a living Dion in a robot. And now talking about consciousness and talking about this helmet, I have heard that Elon Musk is currently working on something called Neuralink.
I've heard.
Right? So I'm guessing, will it be a new Dion Wilson.
I think Elon needs to watch this podcast.
Yes, you definitely need to. And believe, and is mortality a question? Like someone be immortal through this mean? I guess this
the
is
the soul is always immortal.
talking about soul, but talking about because
Consciousness, yeah.
yeah,
What
the
we
mind
have
is
lived the
everything.
moment.
Yeah. So can someone be immortal? So this is a big question, and like this movie shows the interplay between AI and human, and how there is a blurred line between man and machine.
For immortality, I don't know about the humans, but I know someone who has immortals from the very time beginning, I guess.
Okay.
I'm speaking about Lord Hanuman ji.
Oh, Jai Bajrangbali.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. So there's a little story before I'll speak about the AI and everything.
Okay.
There's a story about him. Like he was once in a time he was wandering in some kingdom in India. So at that time, what he witnessed is there was this king Madan Seth. In that kingdom, what he used to do is like every evening he would come and he would just donate ample amount of gold coins to everyone in his kingdom.
Okay.
So that everyone remembers him and says like, yeah, I am the biggest donor of this time. So for that purpose he used to donate. And also that he wants that no people should work in his kingdom.
Oh,
Aram.
Aram.
Yeah, aram haram
Aram,
lekin
aram
वैसे
hai,
तो.
yeah.
So like he don't want everyone to like hard work, but in his kingdom most of the people who staying in his kingdom were farmers.
Okay.
So speaking about the farms, in farms you might be knowing that the farmers have to do very hard work in it. So like they were, because of the king's donations, they weren't using their arms or anything in the farm to do farming and all. So like at that time Hanumanji was going through that barren land, and in that barren land he saw a lady crying over there. So like the lady sitting over there was shown as Mother Earth, and the farmers in Hinduism, it says the farmers are the children of Mother Earth. When Hanumanji asked her lady, then she said like in this she explained everything about the kingdom, what's going on and what are the farmers doing in there. So then Hanumanji told, okay, let's go and see what exactly going on in this kingdom.
Right.
So like he went to the king's palace, and at the evening he saw like, yeah, whatever he was doing, it's not appropriate thing for the kingdom and kingdom's people. Okay. So the next day he saw at that night he saw like the every farmer in the kingdom, they were not doing anything and they were just chilling everywhere, nothing to grow, and how will they eat?
Right, correct.
For a farmer, he has to hard work in the farm, and then only he'll
Work
grow
hard.
some grain, and then only he get to eat.
Right.
So like he saw that it's very big problem in it. So when Hanumanji saw this, like what the king is doing was not appropriate for the people in his kingdom.
Right.
So what he does is he tries to teach him lessons that like if you are doing this, he's making his own kingdom's people lazy by not developing. They were not developing na, because they were totally relying on the king's donation what he was giving.
Correct.
Because of that free money, no one likes to work hard. So that's why everyone was using that money in different inappropriate things. Like they were just chilling, gambling, and always they were like
Maja.
yeah, only Madira. So they were only drinking and wasting money. So he went to his kingdom at the evening and told the king कि yeah, if you want to become that much big donor, so do one thing, you weigh me.
Okay.
And you weigh that much amount of gold you have, and donate it to the kingdom. So as from my friends Ayush smile, I can guess he has guessed it, because it's very difficult to weigh Lord Hanuman ji. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Bajrangbali. So like from that he taught the king lesson that yeah, you can't be a that much big amount of donor. At the end, what was happening is the king's donations were making the people around in his kingdom lazy,
Right.
and they lost track of what hard work is, and everything in his kingdom were messed up. So from this, I would like to say is like, in this generation, as an analogy, I'll take the king as an AI.
Okay.
And
Farmers as us.
and the farmers as us. Yeah, you have guessed it right. So what my friend Satya told is like ki AI is a tool that has to be used for humans for their day-to-day life,
Okay.
to make it easier,
Yeah.
not totally depending on it.
Agreed.
So yeah, because of this, if we totally depend on AI and we don't use our brains, and if we don't do any hard work,
Correct.
we'll end up like the people in the kingdom.
Right.
Like,
Agreed.
because it's totally worthless if you don't do any work. You have to do your work.
Agreed.
Because AI can do till a certain amount of work for you.
Right.
Not everything AI can. I think we are not moving forward with the AI. We are just going a step behind what we were supposed to do with the AI. So what are your thoughts on this?
Imagine you are a pilot of a plane and you set it on autopilot mode. And while you have set the plane on autopilot mode, you just set it on that mode and you completely forget about it. And a few hours later, you realize that you have run out of fuel.
Okay.
So your story is somewhat similar to this only.
I agree.
So stories like this, there are other stories as well. This AI thing is endless, and so we'll discuss this topic in some other episode. So we hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next one.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Ram.
Ram.